We're back live on Shaw Cable. Missy, we got a presentation happening right now, the Nikki Reddycott Memorial presentation.
That's right. We'd like to listen in right now. Randy Swatsky's at the mic right now making that Nikki Reddycott presentation.
I want to ride it all night long. This scholarship is a memory of Nikki and her vibrant spirit that epitomized her life. She attended Glen Collegiate, excelling on the varsity girls volleyball team, and also was a part of the Manitoba Volleyball Association's Provincial team program and on the University of Winnipeg Westman women's volleyball program. She also went on to play on a senior women's team with her mom prior to her passing due to cancer. The scholarship is awarded annually to the top graduating female high school volleyball athlete who has aspirations of pursuing post-secondary studies at a Canadian university and participating on a varsity volleyball program. The Nikki Reddycott Memorial Beach Volleyball Tournament that takes place each June funds these scholarships, as well as providing financial assistance to young athletes wanting to develop their volleyball skills. Thank you for all those who contributed. I would like to introduce now the mother of Nikki Reddycott, Marilyn Reddycott, and sister, Lisa DeGroot. This year's Nikki Reddycott Memorial Scholarship top graduating female volleyball athlete was one of high school's most dominant and dynamic players. She was selected Tournament All-Star or MVP at every tournament her team participated in this past high school season. She was named to the junior national team that competed in Havana, Cuba, placing fourth in addition to starring on the MVA's juvenile provincial team program that placed third at the National Team Challenge Cup in Ontario this past summer. Earlier this year, she was selected as a tournament all-star at the 2000 provincial and national championships. Her achievements in the classroom are equally impressive, obtaining an 88.5% average. She's been on her school's honor roll all through her high school career and was recipient of the highest average award and certificate of academic merit. Away from volleyball, this athlete is active as a peer counselor and tutor, serves as student council treasurer, assistant editor of the school yearbook, and coaches the junior varsity girls volleyball team at her school. She also participates in the school badminton, basketball, golf, baseball, and track and field teams. Please join me in congratulating the 2000 recipient of the Nikki Reddycott Memorial Scholarship, an athlete who just an hour ago led her team to the A Provincial Championship and was named MVP from Collegiate Institute St. Pierre, Jocelyn Roy. As Jocelyn makes her way down to the court, we'd like to take the opportunity also to thank the many people who assisted in making this a possibility. The Reddycott family, as well as Heather Bradshaw.
Thank you. Good job today, too.
Congratulations. Well done.
Oh, yeah.
Right there. Thank you and have a great evening.
Missy, well, there you have it. Jocelyn Waugh, a very wealthy recipient of that award. Like, she's a great volleyball player, a great person. She exemplifies exactly what we'd like a high school player to be.
No question. And she's been playing at the varsity level since, correct me if I'm wrong, grade 8 or grade 9. I mean, just as an outstanding power hitter, has been playing a number of years and is one of the top players and well deserving of the Nikki Reddycott Memorial Award. Jocelyn Waugh, coached by Dan Kalinchuk at St. Pierre. Congratulations to her. We'd like to go down to the public address announcer, Jeremy Epp, who's introducing both teams.
Grade 12, number 1, Aaron Manuel. A setter in grade 12, number 3, Kevin Krasowski. At left side in grade 11, number 4, Aline Savangsen-Gute. At middle in grade 12, number 5, Curtis Kohinski. At middle in grade 11, number 6, Darren Zacharias. And at left side in grade 11, number 10, Oliver Manuel. And now here is the starting lineup for the top-seeded Miles McDonald Buckeyes. At left side in grade 12, number 2, Josh Clausen. At right side in grade 12, number 7, Gavin Panchuk. In grade 11 at left side, number 8, Tim Mazer. Middle in grade 12, number 9, Chad Stasiuk. The setter in grade 11, number 11, Alan Savang-Sengute. And at middle in grade 11, number 12, Colin Lane. The head coach of the Buckeyes is Brian Straub. Assistants are Ian McDonald and Frank Clausen. And the managers are Damian Bielkowski and Chris Campbell. The visitors on the scoreboard are the Neelin Spartans. They made the finals by defeating number 10 Garden City, and in the semifinals, number 3 Dakota. Now let's meet the Spartan team members. They are a setter in grade 11, number 1, Adam McKay. A setter in grade 11, number 3, Sean Morrow. At middle in grade 11, number 4, Ben Myers. At power in grade 12, number 5, Jeremy Randall. At power in grade 11, number 15, Kyle Smart. At power in grade 11, number 12, Shane Tremblay. And now here's the starting lineup for the number 2 Neelin Spartans. At power in grade 12, 5'11", number 2, Dave McCannell. At middle in grade 12, 6'2", number 7, Mike Combs. At middle in grade 12, 6'2", number 9, Chris Rathwell. At middle in grade 12, 6'2", number 10, Huey Ducharme. In grade 12, at setter, 6'3", number 11, Reed Eastley. And at power in grade 11, 6'2", number 14, Lyle Johnson. The head coach is Kevin Bruger. Assistant is Greg Beckwith. The managers are Don Thompson and Grant Wilson. Our scorekeepers for tonight are Terrace Ilkew and Rob Holmes. Line judges John Cooning, Stan Coral, Andre Halkowicz, and Jen Campbell. And now I will turn the game over to our referees, Randy Hull and Ryan Wilkes.
Welcome back. We are almost ready to get the boys final underway. Number 1 ranked Miles Mack taking on number 2 Neelin Spartans. John, should be a very, very good final.
We're going to head off for a break. We'll be back in approximately 1 minute for the boys 4A Provincial Final live on Shaw Cable.
Shaw's coverage of high school sport is brought to you by Pizza Time. Get it hot while the game is hot. Conveniently located at the corner of Fermor and St. Mary's. It's always time for Pizza Time.
We're back live on Shaw TV. Missy, I'm looking forward a long match. We're going to be here for at least 2 hours, I think, so hopefully you're ready for it.
Well, this certainly has the potential to be a very long one. A very solid team on the Neelin side. They're up against also, I think, still a very solid team, but with some exceptional players in Josh Clausen and Tim Mazer, the 2 cousins on the team. One thing to note, Tim Mazur's mom was actually my coach at Miles Mac at the junior varsity. It used to be called the freshman level, Debbie Budnick. So I'd like to thank her for getting me involved in this game and keeping me involved in this game. We had some very good memories way back when.
No doubt about that, Missy. You had a great volleyball career. Number 11, Reed Eastley will get things underway. Tough serve, Klassen passes it up outside. Klassen, triple block by the Spartans. Point for Buckeyes. Missy, Neelin showing that they're going to put 3 blockers up on Klassen right off the bat. First play of the game.
Well, that might be what they need to do, and that way it takes away not only his line shot, but a very sharp cross court, but it also opens up a lot of court for him to maybe do a roll shot or a tip.
Number 4, Aline Savang Sanguthe coming into the game, replacing 12, Colin Lane. He's the brother of Alan Savanguthe.
Oh, great save by Klassen.
Roll shot, Klassen. Pipe to Mazur. 4 hits called. Missy, Miles Mack runs that pipe to Mazur quite a bit during transition.
Well, you could see there because Josh Klassen took that first contact, he was out of the play, so they're going to set up to the middle to Tim Mazur.
Lyle Johnson, ace serve. Neelin leads 2-1 in the opening set. The crowd's very vocal out here right now. It's hard to hear.
I think you're going to have a lot of fans from Miles Mack as well as Neelin. I mean, we are at the Provincial Championship and we've got a full crowd here. And then we just had a great kill in the middle by Chad Stasiak.
Number 9, Stasiak, quick 51 in the middle. Number 11, Ellen Savang Sanguthe back to serve for Miles Mack. Deep float serve handled by Johnson. Eastley outside. Off the block, number 2, Dave McCarroll. McCannell's got a great across-the-body line shot. He showed that last night. He's not going to power the ball through the block. He's going to go off the hands.
Well, and that becomes a very smart attack. Good save in the middle by Savon Saguthe.
Outside McCannell again, off the block. A carbon copy of the last one, Missy.
And if you can continue to use and abuse the block, you might as well take advantage of it.
Number 7, Mike Combs serving. Passed up. Outside. Oh, great shot. Number 7, Gavin Panchuk. Missy, he's a great soccer player, I heard this. Gavin Panchuk.
That's right, he's a member of the soccer team and also runs cross country. In volleyball, he has steadily improved all season, and that's exactly what you'd like to see from a player.
Klassen on the spike serve, dug up in the back. Mazur keeps it in play. Back set. Klassen with the dig, tight. Out of bounds, outside the antenna. Missy Klassen put that ball a little too tight for number 11, Ellen Sanguthe to handle, and unfortunately for Mazur, he couldn't save it.
That's right, that's one disadvantage of having a shorter setter. It makes it very difficult when the ball's put tight. I almost thought Klassen could have left that ball because I actually thought it was going out of bounds.
Number 1, the setter, Adam McKay, back into the game, replacing number 9, Chris Wathwell. Quick set in the middle. Outside to McCannell. Down the line. McCannell, 3 for 3. He's getting off to a good start here for the Spartans.
Well, Neelin is starting off very, very strong. We've talked about how they're a solid team. They can really sort of tire out a team because they always touch everything.
Panchuk on the back set. Unable to handle that. Number 7, Mike Coombs. Nice set there by Savang Sanguthe. Number 9, Chad Stasiak going back to serve for the Buckeyes.
Looks like they're turning away the sub. They already whistled for the serve.
That means, free ball coming. Missed opportunity for the Spartans. Back set, it's tight. Great save by Panchuk. Eastley outside to McCannell. Cross court. Miles Mack unable to handle that. Missy, Miles Mack was a little bit late to make that substitution. They got stuck with number 4, Aline Savang Sanguthe in the front row, with number 12, Colin Lane was a little late getting up there to remind the coach, hey, I got to get back in the front.
That's right, you got to be ready to be subbed in. Can't take your time. They really speed up the game that way.
Outside to Mazur, great dig. Number 1, McKay, little confusion on the Spartan side. Lane in the middle. Nice shot, Colin Lane. Quick 51 to position 1 across the body. Missy That's a tough ball to defend.
Well, I tell you, so far I'm very impressed with the role players on Miles Mack. They're the ones that are really keeping them in this first set so far. They're trailing 7-5. Neelin was off to a very strong start, but it's players like Stasiak and Gavin Panchuk that are really doing an outstanding job right now for Miles Mack.
Johnson outside, pipe coming up, Klassen, dug up, out of bounds. I see Miles Mack, if they're in trouble, they run that pipe on transition where the hitter comes up, position 6. They've been very successful in that. They were successful yesterday to Mazur, now tonight, Klassen, another weapon.
I'll tell you, even last year in the KCAC finals, it was pretty much Josh Klassen against MBCI, and they set him every single time. Front row, back row, it didn't matter, and he scored.
Johnson outside, off the block, a little free shot there. Lyle Johnson, sorry, very smart player. Missy, he's got a very high reach, hits the ball very high above the net.
Well, there we get a look at Lyle Johnson on the screen right now. He's done an outstanding job for Neelin, very solid, and what a great dump there by the setter, Alan Savansa-Guthe.
Well, setters like to get in on the stats as well. We're both setters.
Exactly. Tim Mazur serving right now for Miles Mack.
Back set Eastley. Oh, great shot by number 11, Reed Eastley. We got the matchup. Eastley and Klassen. Right now, Klassen's in the front row, Eastley's in the back row. I think that's plays to Miles Mack's favor because Klassen's going up against number 9, Chris Rathwell. So now the pressure's on Rathwell to shut Klassen down.
Well, and at 6'2", you've got some height blocking him as well. There we had another great attack by Colin Lane. Grade 11, 6 foot, very strong player at the net.
That was a great, quick 61 set by the Buckeyes. They're really moving the ball around well to the hitters, not just setting Klassen right now. We've got number 4, Eileen Savang-Sanguthe serving. Eastley outside. Number 9, Chris Rathwell off the block. Side out for the Spartans. They lead 10-8. Game number 1. Number 14, Lyle Johnson back to serve. Top
Grade 11
serve.
player.
Klassen, out of bounds. Point for Neelin.
Well, Miles Mack off to an uncharacteristically slow start here. They obviously are a little bit nervous in this first set.
They seem to be serving Klassen, trying to take him out of the play. Oh, Missy, what a great cross the body line shot from him. We saw that yesterday. Neelin's strategy seems to be to serve Josh right now, try to sort of get him off his game a little bit. I think it's a good strategy.
Well, there's no question it's a good strategy because it gives him something else to think about. It slows him up ever so slightly. He has to pass before he gets an opportunity to get an approach to attack.
Great middle set there. Number 7, Mike Combs. Neelin runs a very fast middle, both their middle players. Number 7 and number 10, Huey Ducharme, do a great job for them. They hit a great 31, both of them. Mazur passes it up, double quick in the middle. Oh, out of bounds. Miles Mack was going double quick with Stasiak and Klassen, and unfortunately, it was wide on the side.
Well, Neelin doing a very good job in the front court with their blocking assignments. They're really forcing Miles Mack to hit around them. And there, once again, another great block. That was Huey Ducharme in the middle.
Forcing Coach Ryan Schwab of the Buckeyes to take a timeout. They trailed 14-9 in the opening set. We've got Coach Kevin Bruger on the screen there, Missy. I'm sure he's pretty happy the way his boys have started out playing this game.
Well, there's no question. His team has done an outstanding job in the provincial championships here. They were also up against some very tough teams. They haven't had a chance to play a lot of them since the beginning of the season, so they come in a little bit cold, not knowing a lot about these teams, but what a solid team. It's a complete effort.
They seem like a very disciplined team. Kevin seems like a nice laid-back type of guy. I had a chance to talk to him a little bit yesterday, and he was so excited just to get into the final. He said, you know, basically the guys have been playing really well. He also said they played Miles Mack and they've lost him before. He says, but we learned a little bit then that we needed to take our play up to the next level if we wanted to compete for the 4A championship. And so far they're doing that tonight.
Yeah, and Kevin Bruger was actually a great player in his time as well. I know my husband played against him.
We got a net violation called against number 11, Ellen Savang-Sanguthe. Neelin jumps ahead 15-9. Dave McCannell continues to serve. Back set, Klassen. There it is, down the line. Klassen. They can stop at one. stop him forever. He's going to get his kills. He's back to serve for the Buckeyes right now. Joss has a great spike serve.
You know they're going to get the odd block, and you also know they're going to make the odd dig. But 9 times out of 10, he's going to make some kills.
Service ace for Josh Klassen. Missy, when a player spike serves, usually that means the other team would go to a 3-man receive straight across rather than 4. You see Neelin's made the adjustment on that already. Net serve by Klassen. Substitution coming up here for the Spartans. The setter, number 1, Adam McKay, coming back in, replacing number 9, Chris Rathwell. We've now got Reed Eastley in the front row for the Spartans, and we've got Klassen in the back for the Buckeyes. Back set. Panchuk blocked up by McCarroll. Eastley plays it over. Mazer, nice dig there. Quick set in the middle, dug up. Oh, great hustle by number 1, Adam McKay, going right into the crowd, Missy.
That's right, he was not holding back at all. He was giving it everything that he has to try and keep that ball in play. That was Adam McKay, the nephew of Gary McKay, the coach that we just saw with Vincent Massey Brandon.
That's what you got to do at this level. You want to win a championship, you got to go full out all the time. McKay, 31, there's that 31 we talked about. Number 10, Huey Ducharme, look out.
And Huey Ducharme started playing volleyball when he was in junior high.
Number 2, McCannell puts it up outside Mazer. Oh, Reed Eastley says so long to that one. Great blocks by number 11, Reed Eastley. McCannell serving. Quick set in the middle. Great touch by Ducharme. Back set Eastley. Carry ball called against the Buckeyes. Neelin leads 19-12 in the opening game.
Well, we knew Neelin was going to come out strong, and really no surprise here. They are playing very well and very together as a team. And there, Josh Klassen from the back row buried that ball.
Did he hit that at the front row or the back row?
He hit that from the back row.
He was at the net when he hit that ball.
Well, yeah, we all know you can take off behind the 10-foot line and land within it, and he made every use of the space there.
Josh Klassen hammers a back row, and unfortunately number 7, Gavin Panchuk, served it wide. Momentum back from Neelin's side. Huey Ducharme serving. 61. 4 hits called against the Buckeyes. Neelin leads 21-13.
Huey Ducharme back to serve. Also likes basketball, hockey, and badminton. Actually was originally from Winnipeg, but moved to Brandon.
Outside to Mazer. Eastley outside to Johnson. Little roll shot, dug up by Klassen. Pipe. Josh Klassen right now. Listen, we talked about it before. Pretty much, he can do what he wants to do out there.
Well, and that's exactly what Miles Mack's going to need, is Josh Klassen really to step up his game. I saw it in the KCAC final when they were up against NBCI. I don't know what happened to him in that second set, but he was absolutely on fire. Talk about a player stepping up to the plate and really raising the level of his game. Well, that's what he's going to have to do here. A lot of pressure on him, really, because he's their big gun.
Substitution coming back into the game for Neelin, number 9, Chris Rathwell, replacing number 1, Adam McKay. Tim Mazer missing a serve. That's 2 in a row for Miles Mack. Missy, they're down 22-14. Mazer on the back set. For Miles Mack to win, Missy, I don't know if they can win just setting the back row balls.
Well, it's going to be very difficult. You'd like to think that you can have a more effective attack from the front row, but they're trying to utilize Klassen and Mazer as much as possible. Mazer, only a grade 11 player, was an honorable mention in the top 10. He's really got to bring his game up here. He's a very solid player.
Great hit, dug up, nice save. 4 hits called against the Buckeyes. Again, Brandon Neelin scoring well in the middle, Missy. If they pass a 3 and they're able to run that middle, we talked about the 6-2. Right now, Miles Mack can only block the middle with 1 hitter, because if they cheat inside, they go back to the right side to either Rathwell or Eastley, and then there's trouble. Klassen outside. Out of bounds. Almost took out our cameraman. Brandon Neelin leads 24-15 in the opening set, Missy. Lyle Johnson serving for the first set.
Well, it looked like Neelin came off to a very, very solid start. Miles Mack a little bit shaky here, but you know they're not going to give up here. There again, Josh Clausen just responds nicely, hitting that one down the line to Easley.
Right now, Miles Mack, no problem. They got to try to score a few points, get himself in the first game. They may not win the first set. They got to try to get a little momentum back for the second game. It's going to be a long match.
That's right, a slow start, but they've certainly been in the game since they started here.
Tipped over, covered up, Clausen. Oh, big stop block. Number 9, Chris Rathwell, and number 7, Mike Coombs. Brandon Neelin take the first set, 25-16. Missy, there you got a good shot of the Brandon Neelin supporters. The hockey jerseys are out for this one. Brandon Neelin, 25-16, victors in the first set. We'll be going courtside now for an interview with John Glatcher and Russ Paddock.
We are down on courtside with Russ Paddock. Russ is the head coach of the Canada Games men's provincial team. First of all, Russ, Neelin, 3-0 winners over Dakota yesterday, up 1-0. What's your comments?
Well, they had a very good start last night against Dakota, and things seem to be going the same for them tonight. So it'll be interesting to see if Miles Mack, who hasn't lost a tournament all year, if they're able to recover from this first set.
Now, this past summer you finished 4th at NTCC's, which means you'll be ranked 4th going into the Canada Games. What's the plan for I guess, the immediate plan and the long-term plan to improve upon that next year's Canada Games?
Well, our final selection camp is December 15th and 16th at Glen. It's an open tryout camp. It's going to be the last chance anybody that's interested has that wants to be involved in the program. After that, we'll be playing as a group, playing in the senior league, which will be a very good experience for the players. And I think that, along with the length of time we're going to have together, is going to put us in a good position for next year.
Now we look at the court, the match today. We have some fabulous players, Josh Clausen, Reed Easley. Who are some of the key players that are going to get you a medal in next year's 2001 London Games?
Well, Josh Clausen was a big part of our team last year, and I expect him to do as well. Reed Easley has been a provincial team member in the past. His status is a little unclear still in regards to whether he's going to choose volleyball or baseball. There's other players at the university level right now that were important factors, along with a few other high school players who didn't make it quite this far tonight.
Medal performance is realistic?
Certainly realistic. We finished 4th last summer, and I think that with the program we have ahead of us, that we have a good chance to improve upon that.
Best of luck. Back to you, Missy and John.
Missy, they talk a lot about the Canada Games. I've been fortunate, you've been fortunate to have coached some of those. All the players come from the high school systems, you know. They're all coached well throughout the high school system. They come together, they play provincial teams over the summer. Manitoba's been very successful in the past Canada Games, gold medals, bronze medals, silver medals. What do you think the big thing for that is?
Well, I think there's a very solid program at the junior high and the high school level, which leads itself into the university program as well. I think there's outstanding coaching in this province, and the development of the players and the job that the MVA has also done with the programs and the provincial teams and the players has just been outstanding. We're seeing a lot of the top players be developed here in Manitoba. I mean, even if you look at the university programs, U of M, UW have been 2 of the top in men's and women's in the country.
We're almost on the way. Second game, number 8, Tim Mazer, ready to put the ball into play for Miles Mack. Jump serve, over bump, outside Clausen. Great touch in the back row by McCannell. Easley, free ball, handled by Mazer. Miscommunication. Number 12, Colin Lane was going step around, and unfortunately, number 11, Alan Sabank-Sagoon, thought he was coming 51.
That's right. It's going to be very hard to hear in this gym, but usually setters will also give a signal with the fingers so they know what the player is going to be, or what he's going to be setting for the player.
Number 14, Lyle Johnson, getting ready to serve. Neelin leads 1-0 in the second set, having won the first set 25-16. First official, Ryan Wilkes, blows the ball into play. A serve, number 14, Lyle Johnson. Mazer looked at Stasiuk, and Stasiuk looked at Mazer, and the ball hit the floor. Kyle Johnson continues to serve. That serve just long, Missy. Almost a carbon copy of the one just before.
That's right. There's some miscommunication there, and one thing we're also seeing is players sort of looking at each other. What you need to do in this situation is just be the one. Don't rely on someone else. You're only in control of yourself, so just be the one to make the difference for your team. This is no time to start sort of pointing fingers at each other.
You gotta want the ball. You can't wait for it to come to you. You gotta go and get it. Number 9, Chris Wathwell hit that one wide. Point for Miles Mack. We're tied up at 2. Number 4, Aline Savang Senguthe serving. Deep serve, just long. Missy, Miles Mack's missing a few serves. They're standing close to the line and missing the ball. Maybe a step or 2 back.
Well, there's no question they can certainly make some adjustments by stepping a little further back or maybe taking a little bit off. Obviously, they don't want to take anything off the serve, so then your option really is just to step back.
Nice 31 by Stasiak in the middle. That's something that we haven't seen a lot of. That was a nice quick play.
Well, it's going to be very important for Miles Mack to really mix things up. Otherwise, they do become somewhat predictable going to Clausen and Mazur.
We have a center line violation called against number 11, Reed Eastley. Second official, Randy Hall, noticing that his foot went under the center line. Eastley outside to McCannell. Little roll shot. Outside, Clausen tight. Off the antenna. Side out for Neelin. Missy, that set was tight. Josh couldn't do a lot with that.
Well, and that's exactly what ran them into some difficulties last night. His setting was a little bit tight to the net, which results quite often in the players hitting the antenna and also running into the pole, which is exactly what happened to Josh Clausen. So they've got to keep it off the net. He's got such a high jump and a good reach and a great attack. Give him a chance to attack it.
What reflexes there by Eastley to dig that up. Back roll, Mazur. Great dig. Dump by Eastley. Mazur picks it up. Jost at the net. Back set, Clausen. Oh! Great play by Miles Mack to keep that ball alive.
That was another great attack by Josh Clausen from the right side. Great rally by both teams. Last minute ditch efforts, just sticking out an arm and making some great digs.
Josh Clausen spike serve. Ace! For sure. If Josh Clausen can get that spike serve going, that's going to cause some trouble from Neelin.
Well, he is dangerous when he gets that spike serve going. I saw him in the KCAC final get about 7 or 8 in a row that were absolute aces.
Oh, what a great pass by Eastley just to keep that alive. Oh! Unfortunately, they set that ball long. Miles Mack has taken a 3-point lead. They lead 7-4, game number 2. And we've got Coach Kevin Bruger taking his first time out, trying to settle his guys down, putting a little bit more pressure on number 2, Josh Clausen, when he comes back out to serve.
But certainly gives him something to think about. It puts a little bit more pressure on him, stops the momentum, stops the bleeding.
Exactly, Missy. This is a game of momentum. If you get down by 4, 5, 6 points, you've got to do something exceptional or hope that the other team makes some mistakes in order to get yourself back in the game. And right now, Neelin, I think it's a great timeout by Kevin. He's just going to say, guys, okay, no big deal, settle down. Josh, he's probably going to give you a little bit of easier serve now because it's after a timeout. All we got to do is get a good pass, get it up to the setter, run our offense, and then let's get the ball back and serve the ball tough. Miles Mack, on the other hand, is saying, hey guys, all right, we're back in it now, we're relaxed, we're calm, let's go at him here a little bit right now. And they're doing a good job.
Well, we'll see what Josh can do at the service line right now and what Neelin can do with the pass off a very tough serve.
There it is. There's the pass they wanted. Outside, tight set for Eastley. Off the antenna. Missy, they got the pass. Unfortunately, the set was a little wide and Eastley couldn't handle it.
Well, and this would be one of those rotations where when the pass is there, you've got to try and side out because you don't want Josh Clausen staying at that line. As you know, you want it to rotate as quickly as possible and get him out of there.
Josh served 3 points that time for the Buckeyes. They lead 8-5. Number 2, Dave McCannell serving for Neelin. Overhand pass. Back set, Panchuk. Out of bounds. Just out of bounds down the line. Neelin within 2.
That was a great attempt by Gavin Panchuk. Just missed the line there. He shouldn't be afraid to try that shot again because it was open.
Service long. I'm noticing that a lot of serves are going just out by about a foot, foot and a half. The players are standing right at the line. Again, take a couple steps back and let that ball do the work.
A couple steps back and maybe even a deep breath, because a lot of them might be sort of overcompensating because they're a little bit anxious right now.
Substitution for Miles Mack coming into the game, number 3, Kevin Krasowski, replacing number 9, Chad Stasiak. Tough serve.
Right, Kevin's known for his serving ability.
Dug up by Clausen, outside, Mazur. Oh, Missy, that was about the 6-foot line, and Mazur cut that one.
Well, that's what Miles Mack needs. They can't let Josh Clausen do it all. Tim Mazur has to keep attacking like that. He's got to play with confidence, only a grade 11 player, but he's extremely talented, so he's got to make use of that talent. Play with confidence.
Oh, nice save by Johnson. Clausen out of the back, dug up by McCannell. Bump set, Reed Eastley, off the block, side out for the Spartans. They trailed 10-7, game number 2.
Well, there Miles Mack had that block. They actually timed that one not too bad, but you can see that Tim Mazur was off the net, so he's got to penetrate the net.
Number 10, Huey Ducharme, back to serve for Neelin. He was a little over anxious there. The referee hasn't blown his whistle yet.
Well, and it's very difficult to hear in here. The crowd is going crazy. It's a full crowd here in support of both these teams in a great final.
Clausen, quick set in the middle, dug up by McCannell. McKay, tough ball. Free ball, pancake. First official, Ryan Wilkes, says that the ball was down. Missy, that was tough. Couldn't see from here if they had it or not.
Well, I mean, Miles Mack shouldn't be watching that one anyhow and making it close. I'm not sure if Josh Clausen got that pancake dig, but it was pretty close.
Free ball coming over, Mazur. McCannell takes it overhand. Quick set in the middle. Oh, stuff blocked by the Buckeyes. Number 8, Tim Mazur, and number 12, Colin Lane. Missy, that time a little slower set in the middle for Brandon Neelin. It wasn't quite as fast, enabling Miles Mack to get 2 blockers up on it.
That's right, and a much needed block for Miles Mack. Obviously, they desperately need this second set, just mentally to stay in this match and to feel confident.
Gavin Panchik serving. Lyle Johnson high. That attempt is long. Miles Mack takes a 4-point lead. They lead 12-8.
Well, Lyle Johnson, one of the few hitting errors. Very good job he's done all provincial championship. He comes from a very small town, a population of only 500, and really hasn't played a lot since, or has only started playing since high school. And this is his first year in any provincial championship, so he's pretty excited about being here.
That's got to be exciting. He just got a block by Miles Mack, forcing coach Kevin Berger to call his second timeout. His team trails 13-8, game number 2. They won the opening set 25-16.
Well, both these teams taking turns really going at it, because really 25-16 isn't really that close a game in Rally Point, and right now Miles Mack leading 13-8, so Neelin has to turn things around immediately.
It's important that we can side out. You don't want to give up points when the other team's serving. Basically, the way the game is now is it's changed to a side-out game. If you can side out every time the other team serves, you've got a chance to win. If you give up points, obviously it makes it a lot more difficult, because now you've got to earn those points back, whether a service ace, a block, or hope for a hitting error from the opposition. Right now, Neelin needs to get a good pass. They got to get back to running the middle. I think that 31 set for them in the middle is a very big play. That'll enable them to go back set to Eastley, which will be one-on-one.
That's right, and that's exactly what the setter wants to try and do, is create a one-on-one situation, because the hitter should win in a one-on-one.
Number 7, Gavin Panchik serving. Nice pass by Johnson. Quick set in the middle. There was that 31. Dug up. Clausen out of the middle. Oh, look out, Missy. It's coming at us. Right at us. We almost got hit with the ball there, miss.
Excuse me for a sec.
Are you going to go get that? I lost my color play-by-play. She's gone to get the ball. At least we got to touch the ball, miss. Substitution coming into the game for Neelin. Number 9, Chris Rathwell replacing number 1, Adam McKay.
I was ready to die for that ball, but I forgot I had the headset on.
We wouldn't want you to strangle yourself up there. Nice quick set in the middle. Number 12, Colin Lane. Miles Mack is passing threes right now, missing, enabling him to run everything on the offense. Number 8, Tim Mazur back, spike serving for the Buckeyes. A little long, a little half float, half spin there. Didn't really go after it.
That's right, it looked like he really got underneath that ball.
Number 14, Lyle Johnson, serving for Neelin.
Lyle Johnson also involved with basketball, badminton, and soccer.
Another service error. Substitution coming in for Miles Mack. Number 4, Aline Savang Sanguthe, replacing number 12, Colin Lane. Missy, again, we talked about the 12 sub a little before. Miles Mack uses that very well, as does Neelin. I sure hope that that stays in the game.
Well, and the nice thing is once a player subs in and then comes back out, they can come back into the game, whereas with the 6 sub, once you're in and you're out, that's it for that set. So it's nice that you can utilize the same player a few times in a match.
Gavin Panchik out of the back row. McCannell across the body. Oh, great dig by number 11, Alan Sabang-Sunguthe. Mazer keeps it in play. Eastley on the back set. Oh, number 9, Chris Rathwell. Drawing the Buckeyes on the net. Closes the gap to 4 points, 15-11. Neelin trails. Number 7, Mike Coons back to serve.
Well, and that's again where Miles Mack has to get their hands penetrating the net on the set.
A little
Pardon me, on the block.
miscommunication there. Sorry, Missy. Number 11, the little setter, Alan Savang Sanguthe, went up there. I think Neelin forgot about him. They thought maybe he was back row.
That's right, and he can play that ball above the net because he is front row, so it really doesn't matter.
Over bump, nice save by Eastley. Free ball coming. Back set to Panchuk. Down the line. Number 7, Mike Combs, unable to handle that. Missy, you talked about it earlier. Panchuk missed one down the line. This time, bang, right back down the line again.
Well, it becomes a very difficult dig to make when it's coming at you that fast. One thing that we should note is the serve that hits the net is allowed at the university and international level. It's not in at the high school level right now, so that might be in next year.
Next year, I believe that's it, Missy. They've had that meeting already. Number 1, the setter, Adam McKay, replacing number 9, Chris Rathwell. Rathwell does a great job in the front for the Spartans. Mazer passes it up, 31 in the middle. Covered up, Clausen on the right side, off the block. Nice play by McCannell. McKay back set to Eastley, off the block. Out of bounds, point. Missy, Spartans just earned once. In order to get back in the game right now, they gotta earn points because they can't exchange side outs. They'll lose if they just keep exchanging side outs.
That's right, and they did that. They got a couple points here in a row, so the more they can do, the more they're gonna be right into this game.
Dug up, another chance. Outside McCannell. Oh, that time, number 2, Josh Clausen, after hitting the back set, stayed on the right side and blocked.
Well, one thing you could see was he completely turned his right hand in, so he directed the ball back into the Neelin side.
That doesn't happen. A lot of athletes, once they get used to playing one position, they have a hard time being able to block on both sides. Josh, obviously, no problem. Oh! Number 9, Chad Stasiak, shut down easily.
That's right, that was Stasiak and Gavin Panchuk combining for that block. Good stuff block, 19-13 the score for Miles Mack.
Clausen spike serving again. Nice pass. McCannell on the back set. Finds the corner. Point for Neelin. McCannell goes back to serve. Missy, he's, right now I don't think he's made a mistake yet. He's on fire, McCannell.
There's no question. He's doing a very good job.
Not a very tall player.
5'11" only, grade 12 player.
Good hitter, very good solid player. Quick set in the middle, tipped over. Johnson, McKay, free ball coming by McCannell. Stasiak in the middle, back set, Panchuk, dug up. Eastley bumps it up. Johnson, nice dig. Outside Mazer, stuff block, covered by Savang Saluthe. Clausen plays it over. Outside Johnson, out of bounds. Number 14, Lyle Johnson, just missed that one, Missy. That was a nice set. He had a one-on-one outside. Unfortunately, just a little wide.
So it looked like he tried cutting that one a little bit too much, got behind the ball, mistimed it a little bit. Doesn't make too many hitting errors. Now we've got another substitution coming in for Miles Mack, number 3, Kevin Krasowski.
Krasowski's back to serve. He replaced number 9, Chad Stasiak. He's got a tough serve. Quick set in the middle. Dug up by Clausen. A little miscommunication there again between Colin Lane and Alan Savang Sanguthe. That's Neelin. Close the gap to within 5. Number 10, Huey Ducharme serving. Clausen handles that. They go right back to Lane in the middle. Dug up by McKay. Eastley outside. Johnson. Oh, nice off speed. One-handed dig by Mazur. Clausen finds the corner. Oh, Clausen doing it all right now.
Well, and that wasn't an easy back row to hit. You could see that that was a save. It wasn't really even set, and how high that ball was. So to time that one is very difficult, especially from the back row. But he's just showing his experience and his talent.
Number 7, Gavin Panchuk serving for the Buckeyes. Deep floater. Lyle Johnson. Nice dig by Clausen. Back row to Panchuk now. Oh, Miles Max bringing out back rows out of 6, out of 1. Gavin Panchuk getting in on the back row, hitting now.
Well, it's a good thing he runs cross country because he really had to hustle to that ball. And he's also a very smart player, which explains also why he's an A student.
Oh, there you go. Unfortunately, he missed that serve. Got a little excited after taking that step from him. I think you jinxed him, actually. Number 11, Reed Eastley, serving for Brandon Neelin. His team trails 22-16 in game number 2. Nice pass by Stasiak. Outside Mazur. Rejected at the net. Samang Sangufe plays it over. Nice dig by Eastley. Johnson. Uh-oh. Number 12 outside. Oh, Tim Mazur across the body down the line. He saw Eastley sneaking up for the tip that time, and he went down the line deep.
And I'm very impressed with Tim Mazur's play for a grade 11 student. He's doing an outstanding job for Miles Mack, really helping the Buckeyes to their number 1 ranking.
Oh, outside. Number 9, Chris Rathwell, unfortunate to get that one over. Missing number 8, Tim Mazur. Had a chance to work with him a little bit at Mike Burchuk's winter volley camps. He's been there for the past couple of years. Great kid. I loved working with him. Right, Reed Eastley outside. Rathwell dug up by Mazur. Josh Clausen out of bounds, long there. Neelin, nice solid block that Brandon Neelin put up that time. Josh didn't have anywhere to go.
Right, he had nowhere to go, and it looked like that ball floated out of bounds, so didn't quite get a good contact on that. 24-17, Miles Mack leading in the second set. There's another tight pass. This is a Josh Clausen that we have talked about. There you just saw it to end. Set 2, 25-17. Things are even.
We're all tied up at 1 set apiece in this 4A Provincial High School final on Shaw TV. I'm John Hickway along with Missy Penner. Missy, 1-all. We said it was going to be a long match. No question in my mind that we're going to be here for a while.
Well, we certainly can be, and these seats are getting nice and warm, so we are ready to take a break, but please stay tuned as we get ready for the 3rd set.
Shaw's coverage of high school sports is brought to you by Pizza Time. Get it hot while the game is hot. Pizza Time, conveniently located at the corner of Fermor and St. Mary's. When you place your order, tell them Coach sent ya.
We're down on the court with Jocelyn Roy. Jocelyn was the recipient of the Nikki Redicott Memorial Scholarship that was just presented at in between the boys and the girls final. And Jocelyn, I understand you also had a busy weekend. You just got into the gym a couple hours ago. Tell us about your day and your weekend.
Oh, it's been a great weekend. We just finished our AA Provincials. We won the whole thing. We came in ranked 4th, but had upset in our minds, and everything worked out well. We played a great game.
Congratulations, and I also understand you were voted MVP. Can you tell me a little bit about what the scholarship, the Nikki Redicott Memorial Scholarship, means to you?
It's truly a great honor to be considered for this award. I definitely think it's a direct result from all the coaches and teammates I've had. They've made the game really fun, and I hope to continue to play with them.
Congratulations on that. And Jocelyn was also a member of our junior national team that competed in Cuba for the NORCECA Championships this past summer. Tell us about that experience.
It was definitely a great experience. Although we didn't qualify for the World Championships, everybody got to play and gain some international experience, and it's definitely a lot of fun. A new game, a whole different kind of game.
And you were also the libero, is that correct, for the team? Different position. How did you enjoy that?
Yeah, it's a new position for me, libero. All defense, not any hitting, but it was great. It was great getting to play on a national team. I'll play any position.
Fabulous. Congratulations on MVP, provincial champion, the Nikki Redekop scholarship, and I know you got a bright future ahead of you. Thanks.
Thank you.
Well, some great comments by Jocelyn Rock. Congratulations to her on her award, the Nikki Redekop Memorial Scholarship. Outstanding player. She's a great power hitter for St. Pierre and just finished winning the single A provincial championships where she was voted MVP. So congratulations to Nikki. We are ready to get started in the third set. All tied up, one apiece here.
Number 11
Neelin is ready to serve.
Super families, Missy. We got super people out there. I'm not sure who that belongs to. That must be the Brandon Neelin team, I would think.
I would think so, and they must have had that telephone booth very busy tonight, changing.
I think so. I just went and saw the movie The Grinch the other day. We're gonna have to go see Superman.
We're just gonna have to fly over there after this match.
Exactly. Number 11, Reed Eastley serving. He's the captain of the Spartans. Little off speed by number 12, Colin Lane.
Looked like Colin Lane over-approached that ball. It was a little bit tight, but he over-approached it. It's putting himself very tight to the net, so the ball's actually in behind him.
Number 4, Aline Savang Sanguthe serving for the Buckeyes. We're tied at 1. Game number 3, live on Shaw TV. Oh, quick set in the middle, Missy. We talked about that before. If Brandon passes and they can run that middle, they're going to be tough to stop.
That's right, and it's a very fast middle, so it's not giving Miles Mack an opportunity to set up a good, solid block.
Lyle Johnson serving outside Clausen. Oh my goodness. Missy, that ball was about the 5-foot line. And you see Randy Hall pointing to the ground there saying that the ball was down before Josh hit the net. Josh was on the net, but the ball was down. Once the ball's down, that considers the play to be dead.
That's right.
Eastley, inside set, combination play. Back row to Mazur, miscommunication. Eastley outside to McCannell. That time, he just missed down the line, missing on that across the body shot. Buckeyes lead 3-2, game number 3.
That's right, that ball was not out by very much.
Lyle Johnson, tough ball. Back row, Johnson, dug up by Mazur. Back set, Panchuk, off the block. Point for Buckeyes.
That was Dave McCannell with the block, and again, you can see the blocker's hands coming off the net. Usually when that happens, the hitter's gonna win.
Johnson, nice pass up to Eastley. Quick set in the middle, dug up by number 4, Aline Savang Sanguthe. This time, unfortunately, Mazur didn't quite get it over. Number 7, Mike Combs going back to serve for the Spartans.
Mike Combs also a provincial player for basketball.
Clausen, oh, nice dig by Eastley. McCannell, oh, Mazur couldn't get it. Nice transition there by the Spartans. Nice dig, transferred over, and McCannell changed the shot up that time, hit it more cross court.
Number 4, Aline Savant-Sanguthe is doing an outstanding job in his defensive position.
He comes in and plays the back row for number 12, Colin Lane. Panchuk down the line. Eastley got a hand on it, but they couldn't run it down. Gavin Panchuk really turned it up tonight, Missy. He's on fire out there.
Well, there's no question one of the role players for Miles Mack, and Gavin Panchuk, right side, grade 12, only 6 feet, has been doing an outstanding job tonight in this provincial final.
Clausen on the spike serve, giving the free ball back. Carry ball called by the first official, Ryan Wilkes.
That's almost where you'd like to see them let them play, because that was an outstanding save. It's unfortunate they have to call that.
Sorry, Mister, we got a substitution coming in for Neelin. Number 1, Adam McKay, replacing number 9, Chris Rathwell. McKay's serving. Deep float serve, handled overhand. Nice save at the net. Unfortunately, Mazur tried to save it with his left hand, knocked it into the antenna, causing a point.
Right, it all starts with the pass. The passes are going too tight for the setter. The setter did a good job trying to save that ball. Oh, and there, Huey Ducharme took advantage of that over bump just with a nice press back into the Miles Mack court.
Adam McKay serving that one. Tim Mazur unable to handle it. Again, a deep float. Nice dig by Coombs. Nice save by Reed Eastley. Oh! Josh Lawson on the back row. Missy, that's as good as hit as you're going to see at University. I think Josh will be able to step in there and play at University next year, no problem.
Oh, there is no question. I think he could easily step onto the floor. I'm going to go even further than that. I see him playing national team. I know he's not very tall. I know nowadays 6'2" is actually considered short, but I don't know. He's got the hops. He's got the talent. I think he could easily do that, and it's a good thing Stelio DeRocco's here tonight to really see him play.
Number 3, Kevin Krasowski, brought in to serve. A little short that time. He'll get another chance. Dave McCannell serving. There it is. Nice pass by Krasowski. Quick set in the middle. Missy, you know, that's important. You miss your serve. You're supposed to go in to serve. The coach puts you in to serve. You miss your serve. You know, what's the thing, best thing you can do? Pass a 3. You know, that's okay. You still got a great pass. You got a side out. It's 1-all.
Well, they would not have had that attack if it wasn't for his pass. That was a perfect pass. And there, that ball just skipped off the top of the net.
We're seeing a lot of missed serves here tonight. Teams are trying to serve the ball tough, and they're just missing. That just touching it. Oh, that was close too. Outside Mazur, dug up by Ducharme. Joust at the net. Free ball coming. Klassen bumps it high. Whoa, way up there. Outside Johnson. Oh, Lyle Johnson down the line for the Spartans.
Well, that was a good free ball put over by Josh Klassen, because when it's up that high, again, you lose contact where your setter is, and the pass really wasn't as good a pass as it could have been, but boy, Johnson hit a good attack off that set.
Nice hit by number 8, Tim Mazur. Just had a shot of the ceiling up here at the Investors Group Athletic Center. Missy, I'd say 100, 150 feet high, I would think.
I don't know, we were sort of jumping before this match started, and we were touching the beam, so I don't know.
Oh, gosh, Klassen. Listen, you were touching the beams. I was just trying to get my hands over the top of the men's net.
Okay, I also maybe exaggerated just a bit.
We were using a ladder. Tim Mazur, spike serving for the Buckeyes.
Actually, we were changing the light bulbs, but...
A serve for Mazur. We're tied up at 10, game number 3. We're tied 1 game apiece. Mazur continues to serve. Another tough spike serve. McKay outside to Johnson. Off the block, dug up by Stasiuk. Back row, Mazur. Oh! Tim Mazur's picking his game up. Spike serve, digging, back row hitting. Missy, I've seen more today. Other players outside of setters are setting hitters back rows.
That's right, Josh Klassen was setting up his cousin there in the back row, and that was a tough back row attack because he was really deep in the backcourt.
Miscommunication there on the Spartan side. Missy, Miles Mack running that back row. Neelin probably hasn't defended that a lot this year. It seems like they're only trying to dig that with 2. They're having a little difficulty there. They're hitting the ball deep to 1 and 5. You think they got to try to make an adjustment and put the 3rd guy back there to try to dig that ball?
That's right, that's a really good suggestion. Hopefully they can hear you right now.
Oh, Reed Eastley's got an answer for that. Down the line.
Well, Reed Eastley, grade 12 student, only 17 years old, so a younger grade 12. He's been playing this game since grade 9, was MVP of last year's AAA championship team in which Neelin went on to win.
This year they stepped it up to 4A, and they're right here in the final of the 4A Provincials. Oh! Josh Klassen says, I'll do you one better.
Well, and that's what happens when you only put up a 1-man block, so he took advantage of that one.
That was all because of the perfect pass. They had the setter jump setting. The Spartan players had to respect, he's in the front row, that had to respect that he could dump that ball, held the middle block, boom, outside the Klassen.
You can't emphasize the importance of a good pass.
Covered up by Mike Combs. Outside again rejected by the Buckeyes. Eastley in the jump set. Little roll shot. Johnson outside, again rejected. Clausen!
Well, and that ended up being more of a shoot set out of some miscommunication. It was number 9, Chad Stasiak, setting that one. He gave him more of a shoot set. So Clausen had to really rush in there, but he scores, it doesn't matter.
Middle hitters don't really work that much in their setting. They're in there to block the middle and get some quick stuff. They're not known as their setting for their setting ability. Right there, Brandon Neelin comes back with a quick set in the middle. They're down by 2, 14-12, game number 3. And number 14, Lyle Johnson's back to serve. Oh, tried to spin serve that time, Missy, and didn't quite get it over.
Looked like he might have changed his mind very last second there.
Number 11, the setter, Alan Sanguthe serving. He's doing a great job tonight setting for the Buckeyes. He's moving the ball around well.
It looked like Mike Coombs didn't quite get to that ball. They were running a 31, and it looked like it was kind of outside his body there.
This is a tough rotation for Eastley. He's coming in from way in the back row, trying to get into the net and set. Another bad pass. Dug up. Back set. Panchuk this time blocked by McCannell. Mazer outside to Clausen. Long, out of bounds. Missy, Neelin did a better job that time. Ball was being set from the back row, outside. Hitter doesn't have a lot of chance to hit the ball down the line. They force Josh to hit the ball out of bounds across the court. Outside, Panchuk, again blocked up by number 9, Chris Rathwell. It was a one-on-one situation. Missy, let's talk about, you see Miles Mack serve receivers taking a lot of balls overhand on the first contact. That just came in the game about a year ago or two, did it?
That's right. And almost anything goes on the first contact as long as the ball doesn't come to rest in the hands. So basically some sloppy stuff is allowed to go. So if the ball's going high, you're going to see players taking it with the overhead volley.
Number 9, Chris Rathwell just got a kill for the Spartans. They trail 16-15, game number 3, but that forces coach Ryan Straub to take his first time out here. There you get a good look at Coach Frank Clausen and Brian Straub talking to the players, probably talking about, we got to make sure we get 2 guys up. We can't just go one-on-one. We're going to have a hard time going one-on-one against the Spartan players.
That's right, and anytime a team's going one-on-one, usually the hitter's going to win, and we've really seen that tonight. When they haven't gotten, when Neelin hasn't gotten 2 blockers up on Miles Mack, we've seen them score, and the same on the other side.
I mean, the level that these guys are touching the ball at now, some of the players out here are contacting the ball 10 and a half, 11 feet. Chad Burrows from Dakota,
who played outstanding last night.
He's got a spike touch of 11 feet, Missy.
Oh my goodness.
The net is 8 feet. He's contacting the ball 3 feet above the net.
Yeah, that just gives you some idea as to what these players are doing nowadays. Not only are they taller, they're actually, a lot of them are jumping very well with great verticals.
I would think that Clausen's touching at least 10 and a half feet up there. Number 2, Josh Clausen going back to serve. Buckeyes lead 17-15. Clausen back to serve. Spike serving here. See if Neelin can pass it up.
And one thing that's evident is he's not showing any signs of his ankle or his leg hurting him, so that's a positive thing for Miles Mack.
McCannell blocked up. Out of bounds. Chris Rathwell, that was a very tight set. He did a great job just to hit that.
There's no question that ball was going right on top of the net, so he almost mishit it because the ball was so tight, but it went off the top of the net and out of bounds.
Clausen serving, another spike serve. Johnson handles it. Eastley in the middle. Blocked up by the Buckeyes. McCannell outside. Off the block. Played up by Mazer. Pipe to Clausen. Oh, Missy, a little tip. Josh Clausen right now. He's got the Nintendo stick and he's going deep to 5, short tip to 4. Right now he's in control.
Well, he's mixing things up nicely. When you've made that many attacks and you've got people waiting, sitting on the back of their feet there, the back of their heels, a tip's a very smart attack to throw in. And there we just saw Reed Eastley not able to get to that ball in a timeout being called by Neelin. They need to regroup right now.
Neelin's got to find a way to get a pass a 1, pass a 2. Give a power hitter a chance to hit it. Right now, Josh Clausen's doing a great job on the spike serve, Missy. Last night he had a few misses. Tonight, he's making all his spike serves. He's playing great defense in the back row. He's hitting in the front row. Brandon Neelin right now has to make a little bit of an adjustment, get that serve receive up. They got to try to run the ball in the middle. Hopefully they get easily up to the front row, try to close the score. It's 20-15. They're not out of it by any
Oh,
means.
there's no question. They brought themselves right into this game. It was point for point, very close. Miles Mack just recently has taken a 5-point lead at 20-15 right now, but there is no way Neelin is giving up here. I mean, they've been playing outstanding. They've already been in this position and caught back up. They just need to play a little more consistent.
Great timeout by Coach Kevin Bruger, causing Josh Klassen to miss that serve, giving his team a little momentum here. Bringing back the setter, number 1, Adam McKay in the front row. Now we got number 11, Reed Eastley, who's got to get a couple of blocks for the Spartans to get back in here. Oh, Tim Mazur, again, one-on-one outside. The setter from Miles Mack, Alan Savang-Sangupe, is doing a great job right now. Outside one-on-one, you got 30 feet of court in the ball, too. You're not going to make a lot of mistakes.
That's right. He's giving his attackers an opportunity to take some good swings at the ball, and that's very important. As soon as you set it tight, there's too big a block on the other side, and that really poses some difficulty for the attackers. So he's doing an outstanding job tonight.
Number 3, Kevin Krasowski, back in the serve. There's that quick set in the middle by Deschamps. Side out for the Spartans. Missy, they passed the 3. They got to run that middle. They got the side out.
Again, you can't stress enough the importance of a good pass.
Another substitution for the Buckeyes coming back into the game. Number 9, Chad Stasiak, replacing number 3, Kevin Krasowski.
Chad Stasiak, an all-around athlete, also plays school basketball and is on the cross-country team, and he finds time still to teach swimming.
Well, he can teach me. I'm the worst swimmer out there.
Well, I didn't say he could perform miracles.
I may have to talk to him after this game. Number 2, Dave McCarroll, serving for the Spartans. Nice pass by Stasiak, outside Mazur. Oh, that was flight A535 taking off from the Winnipeg Airport, Missy.
It looked like that ball was floating. Needs to just snap that wrist, follow through on the ball.
Back row, Klassen. Oh, again, number 7, Mike Holmes, unable to handle that. Missy, that ball's just getting there too fast. The Brandon defense doesn't know if he's setting middle quick. All of a sudden, Josh is there. They don't have time to
Well,
move.
I mean, where would you play defense on? I mean, that one was going deeper, but he has a capability of hitting it within the 10-foot line. So really, he makes it very confusing for the opponents. Where exactly would you set up? Sometimes you're too far, sometimes you're in too close. I might want to stay a little deeper, because if you're in close and he hits it deep, you're toast.
You just better get ready. Number 7, Gavin Panchik, tough serve. McKay outside. Johnson down the line, and it finds the line. Great hit by number 14, Lowell Johnson. Missy, it's important that Neelin keeps hitting here. They're down 23-20. Game number 3, they got to keep hitting.
Well, that's what got him here, so they have to keep doing what's made them successful.
Tough serve, back row, Klassen. This time off the block. They had a 3-person block on it. He still hit it off the block. Miles Mack leads 24-20. Number 8, Tim Mazur going back to serve for game number 3. Tough spike serve, handled by McCannell. Outside Eastley. Oh, he finds the deep corner. They call that a postage stamp.
That's right, he put it right in that top corner.
Right where Ray Borg shoots the puck. Oh, this isn't hockey. Substitution for Neelin, number 9, Chris Rathwell, replacing number 1, Adam McKay. Reed Eastley, the captain of Neelin, serving. His team trails 24-21. Tough float serve. Mazur overhand. Oh, number 12, Colin Lane, a little tip missing. Buckeyes lead, win game number 3, 25-21. They lead this 4A Provincials 2-1. There you get a good look at the crowd. Big crowd here tonight, Missy. That's one full side there. We got Neelin people. We got Buckeyes. Very loud in here. It's hard to hear. The players are doing a great job. We'll go down courtside now. An interview with John Blatcher.
We're down on the court with Brad Perper from Daniel Mack Collegiate. Brad was involved in hosting the semifinal boys and girls 4A Provincials this past Thursday, Friday at Daniel Mack. Brad, can you comment on the different venues used, the semifinals being at Daniel Mack and the final match being here at the Investors Group Athletic Center?
Well, the difference is basically that at Daniel Mack, it was a little bit smaller of a venue. We were able to take in about 500 people for the girls' matches, and then we adapted the gym just a little bit to take in about 700 for the boys. It's a little bit tighter, but I think that the students really got a better taste of what high school sports is all about when you're in a little smaller venue. Coming to here to the finals, it's nice for the teams to have a first-class facility like the center here for the finals for the championships.
Great. Now you also had a chance to watch the best teams in the semis on Thursday with the girls, the semis on Friday with the boys, and here tonight. Can you comment on the state of volleyball and the players we have out here?
Well, I think that Manitoba volleyball has got to be some of the best volleyball in the entire country. We're looking at the girls' semifinals where, although the first one wasn't that close in terms of games, all the matches have went to full complement of time of scores, 25, 23, 25, 22. The boys' matches were extremely exciting. The level of volleyball is very high, as you can see tonight.
Now, can you also comment on how much work and how many people are actually involved behind the scenes putting these events on?
Well, at Daniel Mack, we have a leadership program that whenever we have any guests into our gym, like the Manitoba Volleyball Association, we probably put together about 40 to 50 students and about 8 to 10 staff members that give us a hand supervising and looking after the balls. And like some of the students that are here today, we've got some kids from Sargent Park School working the ball system. It's nice for the kids to be part of the Provincial Championships.
Brad, yourself and your volunteers and the other staff did a great job. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
We're back, almost ready to start game number 4. Miles Mack leads 2-1. Missy, you just heard Brad talk about the volunteers. You know, this wouldn't be able to take place if it wasn't for those volunteers.
Well, there's no question. In order to put on an event like this, like there was even with the Pan Am Games or any big event, it takes a ton of volunteers. So without their volunteer hours and the work that they put in, this definitely would not be possible. And the Manitoba High School Athletic Association, I think, also does an outstanding job in providing these provincial championships for all the athletes. I mean, they're putting on 4 provincial championships right now. They're putting on the single A, double A, triple A, and right here we're doing the 4A.
We're back to Clausen. Oh, that almost looked like the play that happened yesterday. A little tight set. Clausen almost went through the net. Point for Neelin. They're off to a 2-0 lead in game number 4. Number 14, Lyle Johnson, back serving. He's staying with his float serve. Mazer passes it up. Back row to Mazer. We've got a touch call. John Cooning on the line making that touch call. An experienced official. Substitution for the Buckeyes coming into the game, number 4, Aline Savang-Sangute, replacing number 12, Colin Lane.
When he played midget provincial team last summer, partial IB student, and was an all-star at the NBCI tournament. He's a real spark plug on this team.
Nice dig, there it is. Clausen outside, challenges the block. Oh, great dig. Oh, again, Johnson with a dig. Outside McCannell. Oh, Dave McCannell. Missy, right there, Josh just hit 2 pretty hard balls. Dave McCannell just sort of uses a little off-speed grease shot off the block. That's a big part of the game.
There's no question. I mean, if the blockers aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing by not penetrating the net, then you might as well use and abuse them.
Oh, a great save by number 14, Lyle Johnson, goes for naught. Brandon, unfortunate, they couldn't get that ball over. Number 11, Alan Savang-Sangute serving for the Buckeyes. McCannell passes up to Eastley, back set, off the block. Pipe to Mazer, blocked up by Descharmes. Again blocked up by Descharmes. Rathwell, outside Clausen, little low. Oh, great dig. Free ball coming. Johnson passes it up quick in the middle. Number 10, Huey Ducharme. Missy, Ducharme, if he's there on time, he's got a great wrist snap in the middle. He was fast that time.
That's right, he's a very fast player. He's done a really good job for Neelin as well. He really caught Miles Mack off guard there, back into the game. The setter, McKay.
Nice pass by Mazur. Miscommunication. Oh, that ball looked out. Oh! We got a net violation called against Miles Mack. Missy, what a great dig by number 8, Tim Mazur.
Well, Tim Mazur has been known for his defense, and there we just saw it. That was an outstanding dig. Shows why he's worthy of at least that honorable mention in the top 10 ranking.
Huey Ducharme's picking up his game right now. Oh, number 9, Chad Stasiak says, take that one. As soon as Miles Mack can pass the ball, that's when they get that offense going again.
Well, that pass becomes very important. It's a critical part of this game.
Number 2, Josh Classen back to spike serve. Nice pass by Eastley. McKay outside. Stuff block, number 7, Gavin Panchuk.
Gavin Panchuk was also an all-star at the NBCI tournament. Excellent student and is known for his blocking ability, and we just saw it there.
We just saw it right there. Classen continues to serve. He's moving the ball around, going line, going cross. McCannell. Classen digging that one. Outside, Mazur. Down the line, Tim Mazur. Missy, we're tied up at 5 in game number 4.
Well, both these teams just going really hard tonight. This is exactly what we expected. I knew neither one of these teams was ready to roll over and play dead. They want this game. This is a provincial finals here.
Josh Classen with a cut spike serve down the line. Miles Mack takes the lead. Missy, again, he's just earned 3 points for his team. The way this new scoring system goes, you've got to try to side out.
That's right, you want to try and get a pass because you don't want them serving for very long.
Eastley finds the end line. Nice call. Number 2, Dave McCannell serving for Neelin.
One thing I really liked, Josh Classen was sort of questioning that call a little bit, but then he realized it wasn't, and he turned to the linesman and said, sorry, that was in.
Oh, McCannell got a great touch on that one. Unfortunately, the players couldn't get to that one. Substitution coming in for Miles Mack. They've got 2. Number 12, Colin Lane replacing for Aline Sengute. And number 3, Kevin Krasowski replacing number 9, Chad Stasiak.
Kevin Krasowski is also an excellent baseball player. So a lot of these athletes involved with baseball.
Deep serve, just long. Missy, not a bad serve. It was 7-6, missed it just by a bit. You know, it was sort of a decision. We got to play it, we not got to play it.
That's right. We always say we never like a miss serve, but if you're going to miss long, because there's always an opportunity that someone may play it. You never want to serve it into the net.
No. Back set, Panchuk. Stuff block, number 14, Lyle Johnson. Neelin's taking an 8-7 lead. Number 10, Huey Ducharme continues to serve. Classen, tough ball, nice save at the net. Tim Mazur. Side out for the Buckeyes. Number 7, Gavin Panchuk back to serve. There you get a good look at number 1, Adam McKay from the Spartans.
That's right, he's been playing volleyball since grade 7.
Wow. Eastley squeaks that one through the block. Side out for the Spartans. Substitution coming into the game. Number 9, Chris Rathroll, he replaces number 1, Adam McKay. Again, they bring him in Missy in the front row, so they got 3 hitters all the time. They run that 6-2 offense. Tough serve by Eastley. Stasiak joust at the net. Back set. Oh, great dig by Stasiak. Hype to Classen. Oh, that time number 7, Mike Combs said, enough's enough, we're gonna stop you once.
That's right, that was a one-on-one, and Mike Coombs got the better of that one. Also a baseball player, provincial team for basketball, and won the volleyball last year at the AAA level. And there, Reed Eastley just put the serve into the net.
Neelin still leads 10-9 in game number 4. They trail over the match 2-1. Number 8, Tim Mazur serving for Miles Mack. Spike serve, tight ball, nice play by Eastley. Oh, great hit by number 7, Mike Combs. Missy, that was a very high, tight pass. Reed Eastley made it look easy. That's the advantage of being 6'2", 6'3", and a setter. You can handle those balls to the top of the tape.
That's right, and you know, he's got some of the nicest hands that I've seen for a setter. He does a great job for Neelin.
We got a stuff block there. Number 7, Mike Combs, he's pumped up, Missy. He's running around out there.
Well, when you get a couple blocks on Josh Clausen, you've got to celebrate it.
Miscommunication on the Buckeye side. Neelin scored 4 points in a row. They take a 13-9 lead, and Coach Ryan Straub calls his first time out. His Buckeyes trail 13-9, game number 4. We're live on Shaw TV from the Investors Group Athletic Center. I'm John Hickway along with Missy Penner. Missy, what do you think, Miss?
Well, I think Miles Mack just needs to settle down a little bit. Neelin's come up with a couple very key blocks, which has really gotten them the lead, but it's really been point for point. Miles Mack has to continue getting the pass to their setter, and he's got to keep it off the net and give his attackers an opportunity to get a good swing on the ball.
I think it's important right now. Neelin scored 4 points with Josh in the front row. They're doing a good job stopping him. Obviously, the passing from Miles Mack right now isn't enabling them to get the one-on-one sets that they've been having. That's due to the fact that Lyle Johnson's getting a good float serve in there right now.
That's right. Lyle Johnson's done a very good job in this entire provincial championship. He's just been a very solid player.
Went to a short serve there and it worked. Free ball coming. Could be a back set. Great dig by Panchuk. Josh Clausen rejected at the net. Panchuk out of the back. Outside, McConnell. Off the block. Point for Neelin. Missy, they're touching everything at the net right now. The ball's not going through. Neelin's rejecting everything.
Well, and Reed Easley is just putting a perfect setup for his attackers. That really gives them a lot of confidence in hitting the ball because he's just putting up a perfect set.
Again, a rejection at the net. Tight ball. Neelin looking for an over-the-net violation. First official, Ryan Wilkes, says no, the ball's on top of the net. He's got a right to play it, and that's the way it is.
That's right, he can't reach over the net to play it, but when the ball's right in the middle, it's everyone's ball.
Substitution for the Buckeyes coming into serve, number 4, Aline Sanguthe, replacing number 12, Colin Lane. Oh, a little short there, giving Neelin a 15-10 lead. Number 7, Mike Combs going back to serve for Neelin. Miles Mack's got 2 hitters in the front row right now. Outside the Clausen. Oh, Combs is there. Just too hard to handle.
That's right, he was right there. It looked like he needed to dig that one just with a normal bump. He had his hands up high and couldn't bring them down on time.
A lot of time you don't have enough time to react. You just sort of do things quickly because the ball's coming so fast, especially when Clausen's loading up the gun.
That's right.
Uh-oh, tough ball. Back row for Johnson. Nice deep topspin hit to 1. Outside Clausen. Oh, that time he paints the sideline. Miles Mack is back within 3. They trail 15-12, game number 4.
Well, this 4th set is still anyone's. 15-12, very, very close. Miles Mack needs a couple more points and we're right back to a tied game.
McCannell outside. Oh, Gavin Panchuk take that one away. That was a tight set, Missy. I think Gavin Panchuk's hands were on the ball before the guy had a chance to hit it.
I think you're right, and that one turned that ball nicely onto the floor. I've been very, you definitely don't want an over bump with Josh Clausen standing on the other side.
You got to get your helmet on, I'm telling you. If that thing hits you in the head, you'll be out with a concussion for sure.
There's no question. Johnson,
another tough pass. Great save by Combs. Back set, Panchuk, no block. Oh, great job by McCannell to get there. Back row to Mazer. Oh! Missy, what a great play by number 2, Dave McCannell. I thought he was in the middle, stuck. All of a sudden, he got out there and blocked that ball by Panchuk.
That's right, Neelin's come up with a few very key blocks. I think on the other side with Miles Mack, they could set Tim Mazer a little bit closer. They're making him hit a back row that's very, very deep, which makes it more difficult.
Quick set in the middle, dug up by Combs. McCannell, no transition out there, roll shot. Clausen outside the Panchuk, hitting from the left. Look at Combs getting right in there. Clausen second hitting. Oh! Is he gonna set it? Is he gonna hit it?
You never know, and obviously Adam McKay didn't guess right there. He wasn't ready to dig. Anytime I see Josh Clausen with the ball or ready to jump, I'd be staying nice and low, ready to move.
Clausen with the spike serve. His team trails 16-15. Top serve, handled nicely by McKay. Johnson out of the back, dug up by Clausen, tight. Oh, number 9, Chad Stasiak finds the ball off the block, position 1. Missy, a lot of times in the middle, you can hit the ball to 1 if you're one-on-one. It's going to be a kill.
That's right. It's a great attack hitting back to number 1. I was impressed with the save on the setter's part because that ball was going over the net, and he did a good job to keep the ball on his side and give Stasiak a chance to swing at it.
The crowd's really getting involved right now. Klassen's back there, spike serving, and everybody's yelling. Number 2, Dave McCannell back to serve. Handled overhand by number 4, Aline Savang-Senguthe. Pipe to Klassen. Great dig by Mike Combs. Eastley. Dug up. Mazer. Nice wipe off by Mazer. Pipe to Klassen. Little roll shot. Dug up by Combs. McCabe. Got to hurry to get in there. Johnson roll shot. Another dig by McCannell. Eastley outside to Johnson. Out of bounds. Point, Miles Mack. We're tied at 17. Game number 4. Miles Mack leads 2 games to 1. We're live on Shaw TV. I'm John Hickway along with Missy Penner. Missy, exactly what we expected.
There's no question. This has been an outstanding provincial championship game. Both teams playing hard. What's nice to see is when both teams play well, because sometimes a team, due to nerves, maybe doesn't have a very good game, and then they sort of feel kind of let down or disappointed with their performance. But both teams have to be very proud of what they're doing tonight because they're both playing very well.
Tim Mazer. Oh, great hit by Mazer. Missy, he changed it up. He's been hitting a lot of line shots. That time he went deep to 5.
Well, and I've been very impressed with his composure tonight on the court because when they've really needed a big kill, he's come through for them.
No question. Number 3, Kevin Kozowski serving off the block. Eastley yelling at McKay, leave it, it's out, it's out. Gary McKay's.
And it's good that Adam McKay was right there ready to play it, but good communication, and that just shows you the importance because McKay was ready to play it, and that's good because he's right there and you want to play it, but he just saved him from playing a ball that was out of bounds, so that's the importance of talking.
Number 10, Huey Ducharme serving for Neelin. Tough serve, handled by Klassen, overhand, tight pass. Mazer down the line, great dig by McKay, he's screaming. McCannell plays it over. Klassen, high pass, tight. Oh, number 8, Tim Mazer. What a great wipe-off shot. Missy, he controlled his body. He had a chance to go right through the net there, but he controlled his body from going through the net.
Well, and that was so tight that most of the time tonight we've seen players go on the net. He just knew he had to wipe it off the block, and he just overpowered the blocker's hands.
Miles Mack's taking their first lead. 19-18, but nope. Number 14, Lyle Johnson says, that's off the block. We'll tie it back up. We got a substitution for Neelin, number 9. Chris Rathwell coming in for number 1, Adam McKay.
He probably has to rest after that outstanding dig that he made.
Number 11, Reed Eastley putting into play. Little dump. Oh, number 11, Alan Savang-Senguthe.
Well, and they don't dump too often.
They weren't expecting it that time. Nobody even attempted to go for that.
That's right, so it becomes a very smart attack.
Number 8, Tim Mazer with a spike serve. Deep serve, handled by McCannell. Outside. Great dig by Mazer. Oh, unfortunately, it's out of bounds. We're tied at 20, game number 4. Number 14, Lyle Johnson back to serve. Missy, you think the ball's going to go to Klassen here? He's in position 4 right now.
Well, I mean, I'd be going to the player who's rated number 1. There's no question.
We got a pipe to Mazer. Oh, I'm not sure about that set selection, Missy. They got the best hitter in the province in position 4, and they ran a low pipe to number 8, Tim Mazer.
Well, and it was low. It really rushed him, and by the time he got there, he was well below the tape of the net.
Again, Johnson putting the serve into play. High ball, Klassen. Blocked at the net by Combs. Pipe to Mazer. This time dug up by Eastley. Johnson having to set it. Nice set to McCannell. Off the block. Free ball coming. Look for a middle set here. Combs in the middle. Off the block. Nice dig by Johnson. Outside McCannell. Oh! Dave McCannell finding the hole. Brandon leads 22-20 in game number 4. Coach Ryan Schwab has taken his second time out. The crowd's going crazy. Missy, the Brandon hockey team over there, I guess, they're all fired up.
Well, 22-20, Neelin leads. They desperately need this one to force the 5th and deciding set. If it does go 5, that game's only up to 15.
15, win by 2. I would like to see it go 5. I mean, I'm excited. I'm fired up here. This is great volleyball. What else could you do on a Saturday night but watch volleyball?
Well, and you know what? There's not too much that's separating the number 1 and 2 ranked teams right now. Both teams really going at it hard. It's been a very impressive match.
They're playing up to the rankings. The Spartans, they had a great match last night. The Buckeyes did a great job against Bruce Clark's Calvin Clippers. Missy Bruce Clark, 30 years coaching, finally retiring as a teacher. I've coached for 18 years. I can't imagine doing it for 30.
There's no doubt. That is just unbelievable.
Net violation against Josh Classen. He was 1-on-0, but the ball was a little tight. Brandon Neelin leads 23-20, game number 4. Lyle Johnson continues to serve. A little short serve this time. Quick set in the middle. Tipped over. Oh, Eastley a little lazy on that one. Oh, number 7, Mike Combs. The Brandon bench is fired up. They're jumping all over the place. They lead 24-20, game number 4.
Well, this is right now looking like it's going to go to that fifth game. Nothing's impossible here, but it's very difficult not to at least get that one last point.
Clausen out of bounds. We're tied up at 2. Missy, the Brandon players are on the bench. They figured they won the championship. We're only tied at 2. There you get a good look at the Brandon players. Missy, 4A high school volleyball final. We're going to 5 sets. Number 1 and number 2 ranked teams. Number 1 and number 2 ranked players in the province. What else could we ask for?
I don't know, this has been an outstanding one. You're going to want to stay tuned. We're going to go for a short break, but please stay tuned for this 5th and deciding set.
We're down on courtside with Barry Miller. Barry's the regional officials chairperson for Manitoba. Barry, it's been a pretty busy weekend for volleyball, for high school volleyball these past few days with the single to 4A championships, boys and girls. What does all this mean for development of officials in our province?
Well, it gives us an opportunity to work with some of our younger officials that we see once or twice throughout the year. And in a match like tonight, Ryan Wilkes, who is in the national program now, he gets an opportunity to work, and we sit down and talk with him afterwards and go over some of the good things, some of the things he has to improve on. And by and large, we've always used this as that opportunity to work with our officials.
That's great, and a number of them are involved throughout the weekend.
Yes.
Now we also have at the higher level, Volleyball Canada and international rules, 2 rules that aren't implemented yet by high school, that being the libero and the service, the net service rule. Do we anticipate high school picking up those rules? Do you think they should?
My understanding is yes, they will this year. They didn't have time last year when they came out. They made the decision to go with the rules as they were from last year. I think it'll improve the game. In many cases, matches are lost on the 25th point by a little tip at the net. Teams will have to adjust accordingly, and it's up to the coaches to make that decision, and the Manitoba High School Association.
That's great, Barry. Thank you. And the officials in Manitoba always do a fabulous job.
Thank you.
We're ready to start the 5th set. Number 11, Reed Eastley serving for Brandon Neelin. Missy, I'd say in the 5th set, you're going to see Josh Klassen getting a lot of balls for the Buckeyes.
Well, the pressure's on now. It comes down to this last game. Everything that's been done in the season is out the door. It comes down to this one 15-point game, win by 2. They've got to step up their game, and you bet they're going to go to Klassen.
And Neelin comes with a 3-man block, and Klassen sees it and tips it over. Missy, great idea by the Spartans to put up the 3-person block, but they've got to have somebody there looking for the tip.
That's right, and that's how they started off in the first set with the 3-man block, but very smart attack by Klassen. Just shows you his ability and his experience, because a lot of players just go up and hammer the ball every single time.
Top serve by number 4, Aline Savang-Sengute. Oh, number 9, Chris Rathwell sides out for the Spartans. Number 14, Lyle Johnson going back to serve. Missy, he's been mixing it up. He's been going deep serves, short serves. He's got a lot of good control on his serve. There's a nice cross-court serve. Outside Klassen. Oh, Ducharme couldn't get his hands out of the way, Missy. I think that ball was a little wide.
Well, it looked like it might have been going out, but Ducharme was right there, unable to control the ball.
There's 2 serves, 2 balls for Josh Klassen, and it's 2-1 for the Buckeyes. Nice pass by Johnson. Eastley in the middle. Mike Holmes dug up. Rejected at the net. Back set Panchuk. Nice dig by Eastley. Mike Holmes setting. Rathwell out of bounds. Point for Miles Mack. They lead 3-1, game number 5.
Well, if you can get any kind of a lead here, it's going to take a little bit of the pressure off your team. So if Miles Mack can pull ahead, that's going to help them, but there's no way Neelin's going to allow them to do that.
Nice hit by Dave McCannell. Off the block, top of the fingers. Missy, Dave McCannell's shown us tonight that he can play.
He's a very smart attacker, not necessarily putting it to the floor with a lot of force, but playing it off the hands in a very smart fashion.
Miscommunication. Miles Mack, setter thought he was going 51. Middle hitter went 31. End result, point for Brandon Neelin. Number 7, Mike Holmes serving. Mazer passes it up. That time to go 51 in the middle. Number 9, Tad Stasiak. Missy, good decision by the setter. They just had a little bit of miscommunication. You don't want to get upset at each other. Go right back to him, give him another chance.
And that's a good thing. It's almost like when you fall off the bike, get right back on it.
Spike serve by Klassen, handled by Johnson. Rathwell. Outside Mazer. Nice dig by Combs. Oh, out of bounds. Tim Mazer heating up for the Buckeyes. They lead 5-3.
Josh Klassen back to serve for Miles Mack. Again, Tim Mazer doing a very good job stepping into that hitting role on the power side.
Again, Johnson passing it up. Back row to Johnson. Oh, Eastley set him about the 20-foot line, Missy. That's a pretty tough ball to hit.
Well, one thing you want to do, if you're going to set a back row, you can set them pretty close. They can take off behind the 10-foot line and land within it, but that was actually set behind them.
Again, Klassen continuing to serve. He's doing well with the spike serve. Quick set, tipped over. Outside McCannell. That time, Panchuk and Stasiak locked it down. Miles Mack takes a 7-3 lead.
I think I'd be calling a timeout right now just to slow things up, maybe get your team to regroup, take a deep breath here. But hats off to Gavin Panchuk. He's been doing a very good job tonight for Miles Mack, both him and Stasiak.
Missy, Coach Kevin Bruger must have read your mind. He's taken a timeout. His team trails 7-3, game number 5. Missy, this game goes to 15. They change sides at 8.
Sure.
Right now, Neelin's down 7-3. They've got to try to close the score before they change sides. Right now, they're not running a lot of middle due to the fact that they're not being able to pass Josh Klassen. Is that the key right now, you think?
I think for sure you've got to be ready to dig the ball, you've got to be ready to pass the ball, because without those two things, I really don't think you can be successful. That middle attack has worked very well for Neelin. They've got to be able to mix things up, but you only have options when you have the pass. There's a good look at the Miles Mack cheerleaders out there, dressed in their green and white, yellow pom-poms. They're trying to cheer on their team. Number 2, Josh Klassen serving. Johnson again, not a good pass. Outside McCannell. With a roll shot dug up by Klassen. Outside Mazer. Off the antenna. Out of bounds. Neelin closed the score to within 3. Missy, they've got to try to get a couple more. We got number 1, the setter, Adam McKay, coming into the game. He'll be serving, replacing number 9, Chris Rathwell. Last time he came in and served, he did a good job. They need to score a few here. Looks like points become very important for Neelin right now.
Quick set in the middle. Number 9, Chad Stasiak off the Spartans block. Miles Mack leads 8-4, Missy. They'll be changing sides. Momentum in Miles Mack's favor right now.
Looks like they'll be changing sides right now. 8-4, Miles Mack in the lead in this 5th and deciding set. Miles Mack has not won a provincial championship since 1987-88.
That's a long time.
Mind you, not many schools have been in a provincial final as often as they have, so a very successful volleyball school. Neelin as well, last year's provincial champions at the 3A level. So both these programs have been very successful.
Last night I heard that Dakota Lancers coach Phil Hudson, his team has been in 10 out of the last 11 Final Fours. That's unmatched, I believe, by anybody.
Oh, I'm speechless, actually. Phil Hudson has always done an outstanding job wherever he's coached. He used to be at West Kildonan. He had great teams there. He goes over to Dakota. He's done an outstanding job. He always gets the best from his players, and he's produced a number of very top athletes.
I've had an opportunity to coach with him back in the 85 and 87 Canada Games. He is, in my opinion, the best coach in Manitoba and in Canada at developing younger athletes. Number 3, Kevin Krasowski serving for the Buckeyes. Tough serve. Johnson. McKenna, just a free ball. Handled by Klassen. 31 in the middle. Number 12, Colin Lane. Buckeyes lead 9-4. Missy, Neelin's got to stop this quickly, otherwise it's going to be over.
Well, the big difference is Miles Mack's attacking the ball. Neelin right now is putting over free balls. They can't win by putting over free balls. They call their second timeout. They trail 9-4. The other difference is they're not penetrating the net on those blocks, so they're touching it, but it's coming down on their side. But they've got to be able to attack the ball and, again, pass the ball.
As soon as they give a free ball over to Miles Mack's setter does a great job of isolating the defense. He runs at 31. They're having a hard time getting 2 blockers on the 31, and that's causing them a lot of problems. Miles Mack right now is in control, up 9-4. Neelin has to pass the ball here and give himself an opportunity to get a swing for a side out. Number 3, Kevin Krasowski, substituting into the game for number 9, Chad Stasiak. He's been doing a great job tonight for the Buckeyes. He's back there serving right now. Tough float serve, handled outside tight to Eastley. Net violation against Eastley. Miles Mack leads 10-4, game number 5. They're 5 points away from a 4A high school volleyball championship. Krasowski continues to serve. Nice pass by Eastley. Outside. Blocked out of bounds. Side out for the Spartans. Number 2, Dave McCannell back to serve for the Spartans. Coach Brian Straub wants a substitution for his Buckeyes. Coming back into the game, number 9, Chad Stasiak, replacing number 3, Kevin Krasowski.
10-5 the score in this 5th and deciding game.
Tight pass. Panchik just keeps it alive. Back row, Klassen. Nice dig by Combs. Johnson, dug up by Klassen. Pipe again to Klassen. There it is. Missing. Big set, big set. Miles Mack is doing a great job digging the ball and then transitioning.
Well, they've really stepped it up in this 5th game. They're making it so it's not even close, and it's taken the pressure off them. You can certainly play with a lot more confidence when you do that. The sign of a really good player is someone who comes through when the pressure's on, and that's something that Josh Clausen has done.
Number 11, Reed Eastley responds for the Spartans. His team trails 11-6. Number 10, Huey Ducharme back to serve for Neelin. They've got to get a few tough serves in here, maybe a couple aces to try to get themselves back in this game. Tough serve handled by Stasiak. Outside to Mazur. Out of bounds. There's one. They just earned 1. They're back to within 4 at 11-7.
Looked like Tim Mazur was trying to get a piece of the block, but he just missed it. Ball went out of bounds. 11-7, and Huey Ducharme back at the service line.
Miles Mack's got 2 hitters here. Quick in the middle. Oh! That time, number 7, Mike Combs said, "You ain't scoring on me this time." Miles Mack takes the timeout. They lead 11-8. Missy, Miles Mack's got 2 hitters in the front row right now. Brandon Neelin's got to get number 14, Lyle Johnson, in there to block the middle. He's standing out up the left side over here. He's supposed to be blocking the middle right now, enabling the middle blocker to cheat outside to Mazer, or else get ready for that pipe by Josh Clausen.
That's right, and I think Miles Mack really, at this point, it's 11-8. It's a 5th game. Everything's on the line. You've got to go to your big players. They're the ones that over the whole season have really gotten you here. There's no question they're playing well as a team, but when it really counts, go to those who have been in those pressure situations time and time again.
If Miles Mack passes the 3, Johnson should be committing on the middle hitter right here. Outside tip. Chance for a point. Eastley. No touch, out of bounds. Point for Miles Mack. You see, that was a big swing. They had a chance to close it to 2. Now it's back up to 4.
There was. It looked like he didn't quite get on top of the ball, and there wasn't any topspin on that, so it floated out. So just a missed contact. 12-8. Tim Mazer back to serve. Will he do the jump serve again? It's been quite successful for him tonight.
He's been hot with that. There it is. Johnson handles it. Back set Eastley. It's tight. Oh, great dig by Mazer. 3 ball. Combs on the set. Johnson. Nice dig by Stasiuk. Josh Klassen off the block. Dug up by McCannell. McKay hustles in there. Johnson. Oh, another dig by Mazer. What a rally. 3 ball coming for the Buckeyes. Expect Klassen coming inside.
Oh, great change-up play by Klassen. And we talked about the defense by Tim Mazer. When they needed it, came out with 2 huge digs for Miles Mack. 13-8.
Mazer continues to serve. Miles Mack leads 13-8. Little off speed serve. Johnson. McKay outside to Johnson. Oh, that time he got it down.
And that's a big hit. No question.
Sorry, Missy. Substitution back into the game for Brandon Neelin, number 9. Chris Rathwell replacing 1, Adam McKay.
Here we get a look at Lyle Johnson, who came up with a big, huge hit for Neelin. He's done that time and time again. He is definitely one of their go-to guys.
There you saw assistant coach Greg Beckworth along with Don Thompson and Grant Wilson. Oh! Number 12, Colin Lane. Point for Miles Mack. They're 1 point away from a 4A high school provincial championship, Missy.
Well, it's going to be difficult for them not to get that last point. Difficult, but not impossible for Neelin to come back because they're a very solid team. But Miles Mack is just high right now.
They're going to need some bodyguards to keep these Miles Mack crowd off the court. It's going to be a zoo in here. Tough pass, handled by Eastley. Nice save at the net. Outside, Clausen. Rejected. Ducharme digging it up. Outside, Johnson. Little tip. Oh, nice change of pace by Lyle Johnson. Missing. Josh Klassen came all the way across the court.
Well, you can tell he didn't want that ball to be hitting the floor. 2 Miles Mack players, but you're right, he came from the other side of the court. That's how much he wanted this. Who are they going to go to here? They got Klassen in power. They got Mazer in the middle.
Middle. Off the block, rejected. Johnson digs it up. Back set, Eastley. Outside. McCannell blocked up. Nice cover by Ducharme. Back set, Rathwell. Oh, Rathwell off the block.
Clausen's hands are penetrating the net, but number 9, Chad Stacey's got to get his hands over there. Get him over on the opponent's side.
14-11, Missy. I'm going to bet you a drink that this ball's going to Josh Klassen.
It better.
Josh Klassen off the block, and the Buckeyes are the 4A high school volleyball champions.
Well, congratulations to Miles Mack. They're a very nice team. The one thing that really impressed me was not just their skill on the court, but off the court, even coming up to us after some of the broadcasts and really thanking us. And you know what? That's a really nice thing. They are a great team, very well coached. Josh Klassen, Tim Mazer, a couple of the top players on that floor. But I'll tell you, coming through also tonight was Colin Lane, Chad Stasiuk, and Gavin Panchuk. And also, compared to the semi, their setter came through, giving them a chance to swing. So an all-around team effort on the other side. Neelin cannot be disappointed. I know this is a heartbreaking loss for them, but they played outstanding. It's unfortunate someone has to lose a match like this, but I mean, it went 5, it was close, they were in it all the way, they cannot be disappointed. Great season to both these teams.
Missy, an exciting 4A volleyball action here. You know, I feel really bad for the Neelin team. They played great. unfortunately, someone has to come out on the winning side and someone has to come up on the losing side. But they played great.
That's right. I mean, you can look at the bench right now, and they're kind of sad, hanging their heads. They have no reason to hang their heads. After they have a chance to think about this, as much as it hurts, because we've all been there. We've won some, we've lost some of these, and they are hard to lose. But they can walk out of this gym with their heads held up very high. They played with a lot of pride, and they did an outstanding job. Like you said, unfortunately, someone has to lose this one, but they should be very proud of their season and with this match.
Missy, Miles Mack, Coach Brian Straub, and Frank Klassen and Ian McDonald, they did a great job with the Buckeyes this year. They had some injuries. Halfway through the season, both middle players were down. They were going to the bench, using the guys that we talked about before, the substitutions, how important they are. It's so important. Right now, we're going to go courtside. John Blatcher's got an interview with Kerry Lasuk.
I'm down here again with Kerry Lasuk. Kerry, did the spectators get their money's worth tonight?
I think that how could you set it up any better? We have the number 1 and 2 seeds in the province here, and Neelin's got to go home with their heads up high back to Brandon. They're a 3A school, a small 3A school, competing against the big 4A schools, and what a great season they did. And they were the number 2 seed big time. And Miles Mack, what can you say? They're number 1 all year long. Josh Clausen and Coach Brian Straub, what a combination. I'm sure Miles Mack is be happy to get another championship banner up on their wall.
For sure. Now that the high school volleyball season is over, we just finished the 4A. We also had the 3A, 2A, and single A this weekend. Was it a successful volleyball season in 2000?
It was a very successful volleyball season. I think we've proven why, seeing this on TV plus at the other championships, why Manitoba is one of the top volleyball provinces in the country. And I was in Thompson on Thursday, and I was in Lorette and Niverville today at the 2As, and we had the A's in Wawanesa and Boissevain. And every championship and every convener I've talked to said everything was a great success, and the games were great, and there was some tremendous volleyball, and volleyball in Manitoba is excellent.
I know I enjoyed the match tonight. The boys' final, the girls' final was also closely fought. It was a great night. Missy and John?
We're going to go back to Jeremy Epp, the public address announcer, to hand for
the awards presentation.
Now, could we please ask the captains of the Neelin Spartans to come up and accept the MHSAA finalist banner. And now, would the team members please come up and accept their second place medallions. Number 1, Adam McKay. Number 2, Dave McCannell. Number 3, Sean Morrow. Number 4, Ben Myers. Number 5, Jeremy Randall. Number 7, Mike Combs. Number 9, Chris Rathwell. Number 10, Huey Ducharme. Number 11, Reed Eastley. Number 12, Shane Tremblay. Number 14, Lyle Johnson. Number 15, Kyle Smart. Managers, Don Thompson. Grant Wilson. Assistant coach, Greg Beckwith. And head coach, Kevin Bruger. Now could we please ask the captains of the Miles Mack Buckeyes to come up and accept their championship, as well as the MHSAA championship trophy. We'd ask that the team members please come up to accept their championship t-shirts and medallions. Number 1, Aaron Manuel. Number 2, Josh Clausen. Number 3, Kevin Krasowski. Number 4, Aline Savang-Sangute. Number 5, Curtis Kohinski. Number 6, Darren Zacharias. Number 7, Gavin Panchuk. Number 8, Tim Mazer. Number 9, Chad Stasiuk. Number 10, Oliver Manuel. Number 11, Alan Savang-Sangute. Number 12, Colin Lane. Managers, Damian Bielkowski. Chris Campbell. Assistant coaches, Ian McDonald and Frank Clausen. And head coach Brian Straub. The Manitoba High Schools Athletic Association would like to acknowledge this year's 4A High School All-Star team. Before the All-Star selection, we would like to take this opportunity to recognize this year's Manitoba Milk Producers Players' Choice Award, which is selected by the athletes participating in this championship. Ashley Derlago, the student representative on the MHSAA Board of Directors, will present this award. This year, they have selected Reed Eastley from Neelin. And now for the All-Star selection. Each All-Star will receive an MHSAA All-Star certificate and Big Sand t-shirts. This year's All-Stars are from Kelvin, Tim McDowell. From Dakota, Chad Burrows. From Neelin, Lyle Johnson. From Neelin, Reed Eastley. From Miles Mack, Alan Savang-Sangute. From Miles Mack, Tim Mazer. This year's most valuable player will receive the Manitoba High Schools Athletic Association MVP certificate and Big Sand sweatshirt. The 2004A Provincial High School Volleyball Championships most valuable player is from the Miles Mack Buckeyes, number 2, Josh Clausen. Congratulations to our All-Stars, our MVP, and to both teams. We'd also like to thank the fans for all of your support, and we hope to see you next year.
Well, Missy, I don't know what else to say. We've seen some great volleyball action here tonight. it was a pleasure getting an opportunity to work with you. Obviously, Sean being away at the Grey Cup, I appreciate the opportunity to be able to step in and try to do the best that I can, and it was exciting.
Thank you very much, John. You did an outstanding job. It was a pleasure working with you. I think the fans here and at home were treated to an outstanding final here in both the girls and the guys. We saw River East capture its 4th straight final provincial title. Miles Mack capturing and staying at number 1 because they were ranked number 1, but being pushed right to the 5th and final set, but coming through with the provincial championship title.
Shaw TV coverage of the high school volleyball and high school basketball and whatever else. It's always a pleasure, you know, getting an opportunity to see that. I don't know what else they would do if it wasn't for, you know, Shaw being able to cover the high school sports. That's such an important part of the athletes, knowing that there's people out there caring about what they do.
I think Shaw has done an outstanding job in covering the high school games, because this for them becomes a very good keepsake. For some, they may not go on to the next level, some of them do, but for the ones that are here and they're playing, I think it's a great opportunity to be televised and to have it on tape and have it as a keepsake. I think it's very exciting, not only for the kids, but also for the parents and the families and the relatives and the friends.
No question about it. There you see the Miles Mack supporters out there hugging the players. That's a big part of the high school sports, Missy. That's something that when I left high school, boy, I sure missed, was all the, you know, getting along with all your friends and stuff like that. Usually now, after high school, you go separate ways, and that's a big part of, you know, your life is what you do in your high school years, and it's so important for those players to be able to share it with the rest of the people that are in the school and their families, etc.
This becomes not only an exciting night, like we talked about, for the players and the families, but also for the school. This is very exciting. If you've had an opportunity to be at a provincial championship, I mean, everything about it is just a class act. It becomes a very good thing. I think schools should be very proud of the fact that they run these extracurricular programs, and should be very thankful and appreciative of those that are helping out in running it and coaching it, because it's a lot of time put in, and I'll tell you, without these coaches, you don't have the opportunity. So appreciate it while you have it, because not everyone has it.
All the coaches that are out there in high school, you know, we take your hats off to you. We both coached for a long time. It's hard work. It's not just a matter of showing up and sitting there, and there's a lot of things you're trying to teach players, not just about volleyball, about everyday life, like discipline of showing up on time to practice will relate to if you show up for your job on time later on.
That's right. Even the teamwork becomes very important. There's a lot of valuable things that you can learn by playing and being involved with athletics. We are going to go down courtside right now with an interview with John Blanchard.
And we're here with Kevin Brugger, the head coach of the Neelin Spartans. Obviously a disappointing finish, losing in the final, but your guys played hard, they fought hard. Can you comment on their performance here tonight?
They're a good team. They always fight hard. Whenever we're in tough, whenever we're down, they'll give it their best shot, and they did it tonight, and we just came up short. We got down too much in the 5th game. It was 8-4 at the turn, and just couldn't battle back from it.
Obviously, Josh Clausen on the other side was probably one of your key focuses. Did your team keep to the game plan throughout the match?
For the most part, I think we did. I think we lost the game on our side more or less by not passing as consistent as we could. That was the key. Is if our side passed consistently, we could use our options, and we have lots of options on the court that we can use. And second game, we stopped passing the ball, and we lost the set.
I think my sentiments would be echoed by everyone in the crowd here, that your team put on a fabulous show tonight, and they have nothing to be ashamed about. They played great, and congratulations for a successful season.
Thank you very much.
Good job, Kevin.
Missy, always tough, you know, being on the losing end and then, you know, trying to talk about what we did and what we didn't do. I thought Kevin pretty much sort of talked about exactly what it was, that they didn't pass the ball well, the passing broke down, they couldn't go to the middle, and basically Miles Mack sort of dictated there what happened. Josh Clausen, when he was in the back row, Miles Mack was scoring a lot of points. A, because he's got the great spike serve, which Brandon wasn't handling very well, but B, he was playing some great defense as well. Like, he probably had 20, 25 digs tonight.
That's right. I mean, as much as any coach and player is going to be disappointed right now, he's got to be very pleased in the end with the team's performance, and it was a very successful season. We're going to go back down to the floor right now with another interview with John Blanchard.
And we have Brian Straub, the head coach of the provincial champions, the 4A provincial champions, Miles Mac Buckeyes. How's it feel?
Yeah, it's such an amazing feeling after all the work we put in this year. The guys, actually half the guys for 2 years now, they've been working with us, playing defense. That's what won us the game tonight. It's just an amazing feeling to see it happen.
Super. They did play fabulous. Now, Neelin Spartans put up a battle. Did you expect that much of a fight out of them?
Definitely. After watching them all year, all season, they're a great club. They came out, they schooled Dakota last night. They really took it to them. We knew they'd be pumped up and ready to play us tonight. They just did everything they could. They dug up every ball.
The MVP, Josh Clausen, obviously was a big factor out there tonight. Any words on his performance?
Josh probably was sitting around all day today just thinking how much he wants this. He came out, they had a little talk with the guys before the game. He said, I'm going to go out, let's go get it. And that was just his attitude the whole game. He was going to make sure we didn't lose the game.
Fabulous. Sounds like a true leader. Once again, congratulations and on a very successful season. Job well done.
Thank you.
Shaw's coverage of high school sport is brought to you by Pizza Time. Get it hot while the game is hot. Conveniently located at the corner of Fermor and St. Mary's. It's always time for Pizza Time.
We're back down on the court to close up with Missy and John. They're joining me down here. Some final words to express what we saw out there tonight.
Well, I thought in the girls' game, River East just came out strong. Probably played their best match of the year. Brandon has nothing to be ashamed of. They played well. In the boys' match, 5 sets. What do you expect? I mean, Josh Clausen was going at it for Miles Mack, and Eastley was doing a great job for Brandon. And I don't think we could ask for anything else. I mean, everybody played great. It was an exciting evening, and I don't know what else to say. Missy?
Well, I think River East capturing its 4th provincial championship, that's outstanding. Hats off to their program. Like you said, Vincent Massey Brandon played very well. They can't be ashamed. And in the guys' final, I mean, it was just perfect. Both 1 and 2 playing number 1 prevailing, but both teams playing outstanding. So as disappointed as Neelin may feel right now, they played outstanding, and I don't know if you could really ask for more. I think it was just a great final.
Now, what can you comment on the play out there? Is the level increasing? Is the athletic ability increasing for the guys and the girls?
I think undoubtedly the athletic ability of the athletes they're bigger. They're bigger, they're stronger. I mean, you saw that Puggemeyer hitting the step arounds. I mean, the ball was being hit pretty hard. I mean, she's ready to step in and play university. Clausen, he's heating it up. I mean, you played a few years back, Johnny. I mean, I remember you hitting it hard, but I'm not sure if it was that hard. It's a different game now. The players have more opportunities to get in there and play defense with the rules of, trying to beach dig it and stuff like that, and it's an exciting game.
Yeah, there's no question. I think the level has gone up, and obviously the size is also a factor, but the level here tonight I think was outstanding.
I agree. A little bit of irony as well. I believe the last time Miles Mack won the provincial championship was in 1988, and I know how Neelin feels right now because I was on the losing end of that match as well, so I do know where they're coming from. Miles Mack again tonight played fabulous to win it in 5, to maintain their composure in the 5th set. River East as well. Wow, what a team, and I believe they have a lot of great 11s that are going to probably challenge again next year, so who knows, that dynasty may continue. The streak may go to 5.
Yeah, there's a good possibility. I'm not sure if John will be back to coach the team, but there's a good chance. I mean, they've got Leanne Regier returning, Christy Buchema returning. They've got Kayleen Mushmansky as a backup setter there this year. They've got the players that can step right in there again next year. Obviously, Westgate's going to be fired up to come back next year with Nicola Dirks. You know, that was a tough defeat for them, and you know that Brandon. Those Vikings will be back next year as well. So there's numerous teams out there again next year. I'm excited. I wish it was starting tomorrow.
I think we have a little bit of time before the high school season starts again next fall. Again, I believe Manitoba High School Association did a fabulous job with all the events this past weekend. The 4A wrapping up tonight. Hats off and accolades to all the spectators. It was a fabulous crowd. They were very inspirational and into the match. And we couldn't have asked for a better evening. Thanks again, John and Missy, and look forward to maybe working again sometime in the future.
Thank you, John.
Thank you very much.
Who shares their love of physical activity.
Right you are, ready to
Getting out, getting together. And being active offers many benefits.
Cardiovascular fitness, muscle strength and endurance, joint flexibility, balance, and of course relaxation.
Well, it's the camaraderie and the beautiful feeling that we have.
Invigorating. After you get finished, you just feel so good.
Plus, we're allowed to have fun.
Very well.
It's never too late to choose the way you want to be more active.
It's wonderful, really is.
Enjoy active living. Participaction salutes older adults leading the way. Just try it.
Max Bell Center and Shaw TV's coverage of Bison hockey. Our score after 20 minutes of play: the Manitoba Bisons won, Mount Royal Cougars won. Joining me now is the new head coach of the Manitoba Bisons, interim head coach Greg Lacombe. First of all, Coach, congratulations on the appointment.
Thanks very much, Sean. I feel very good about it. I've been with the team for the past 7 years and pretty well know the system and the program that Mike and I have started, and I feel good about it.
Now, Mike Sarant is on a one-year sabbatical. I understand he's coaching with the team in Austria. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about what Mike is doing right now.
Mike's coaching a level 2 professional team in Austria. It's about equivalent to the International League, and he's on a leave from 1 year, and he's quite pleased about it. I talked to him the other day, and he's quite happy about what he's been doing there.
Okay, now let's talk about you. Are you quite happy about being here and finally getting a chance to take the reins of this program you've worked with for so long?
Yes, I am. I mean, it's nice to be back as a head coach. I've been a head coach for the last up to being here for 25 years. So it's nice to be a head coach again.
Yes, and the winner of the last Purelator Cup, I believe, back in 1990,
That's
if I'm
right.
not mistaken.
Back in 1990, that was Purelator Cup. That's right.
Okay, let's talk about what's happening right now with your team. I understand with these